Hey everybody, welcome to the newest episode of The Bearded Gamer Show. As always, I am your host, The Bearded Gamer, Chris Arnone. Straight to good news, bad news. Now first up is hopefully a piece of good news. Now those of you who've been playing The Elder Scrolls V on Skyrim on PS3 are well aware of the lag issue that's been occurring. For people who have been playing, like 60 or plus hours, see that save file gets bigger the more you play, and it's been causing lag issues to the point where, you can see in this video, it becomes almost unplayable. My good buddy Bo has actually stopped playing, and I let him borrow my Assassin's Creed Brotherhood so we can do something else until they fix this. Now, we've heard very little coming out of Bethesda in terms of are they fixing it. They're aware of it, yes. But now, through a tweet, we found out that the upcoming patch, they say, is going to address the issue of the PS3 lag. Now, we're not sure, of course, if this is going to be just an improvement, a complete fix, or, because patches haven't been known to do things like this on occasion, actually make it worse. So we'll have to wait until that patch actually rolls out. We don't have a firm release date on that yet, but it is good to know that Bethesda is very aware of the problem, very concerned about the problem, and working on the problem, obviously trying to integrate some sort of a fix in their upcoming patch or patches. So we will all be awaiting with bated breath for this issue to get resolved for those poor PS3 players. All right, some bad news. Now this has been confirmed by Kaz Hirai that there will be no, I repeat, no PlayStation 4 announcement at E3 2012. Now, personally, I myself had predicted that I thought maybe there would be an announcement of the next Xbox and the next PlayStation at this upcoming E3, but Michael Pachter, an analyst in the industry who's a much smarter man than myself, said no, we wouldn't see either one because both the PS3 and the 360 are still selling so strong and doing so well that there's no reason for either company to replace them right now. So it seems his predictions, as often happens, are proving to be more true than mine. Hirai also said of Sony that they are sticking to their 10-year life cycle with the PlayStation 3 and have no plans to replace the PS3 as of yet. All right, let's finish up with some more good news. Now, this was shown at CES, the Consumer Electronics show in Vegas, that Razer is working on a new gaming tablet currently called Project Fiona. Now those unfamiliar with the naming conventions with Razer, when something is just a project, it gets some sort of little froofy name, and then when it's an actual final product, that's when they give it the name of some predatory animal. So currently it's Project Fiona, so really not very menacing yet. But as you can see in the video, it's got a controller on each side, has an analog stick and 4 face buttons. It's going to run an i7 processor. It's going to have accelerometers, multi-touch screens. Looks like quite the beast so far. And no word yet on what the GPU is going to look like or operating system or anything like that. But it does seem to sort of bridge the gap between portable or tablet and a PC. Now they're saying it's going to be delivering high-end gaming, expected to ship Q4 2012, and will be less than $1,000. What's curious about this is that whole video is on YouTube, Cult of Razer, and the reaction has been very mixed. A lot of PC gamers, they would probably call themselves purists. They're elitists, really, and so the fact that that's not just a PC, they can't upgrade it, it's been kind of dissed a lot right now. But I think it's a good move by them to sort of bridge the gap to create a gaming tablet or a tablet that hardcore gamers can still really get their game on with it. And this could also be a bridge between more classic console gamers and the PC gaming crowd, but we'll have to see how that goes. All right, enough for the news. Time for the pull list. All right, so it's time to talk about comic books again. So as always, I will tell you, go to your local comic book shop. Yes, the pull list is a couple days late this week. I didn't do it during my normal Tuesday episode, but I had very, very important things to talk about in my Tuesday episode, so I just pushed it back. But fear not, certainly these books will still be available at your local comic book store, so go over there. Wednesday, which by the time you see this will be yesterday's new comic book day, but you can still go in, talk with your local comic book shop guy or gal, and pick up these awesome books. First one is Dark Matter #1. This is written by Joseph Malozzi and Paul Mully, art by Gary Brown and Ryan Hill. Now this is like Dead Space or Alien meets 2001: A Space Odyssey. There's this derelict spaceship where all the crew gets awoken from stasis by the security system. But then what's trying to kill them is actually this security android robot thing, and there's all these sort of secrets between the crew members and conspiracies and all sorts of things, and it's just sort of a great modern era sci-fi romp in the most traditional sense. And so far, the preview that I got to read of it looks really cool, nice art, and these two writers, they're actually more well known for their work on the Stargate television franchise. So anybody who's a fan of that, these guys are quality, and they know their sci-fi stuff, and it's looking to be a pretty cool book. All right, next recommendation, Scarlet Spider #1. This is written by Christopher Yost and art by Ryan Stegman. Now, this is coming out of the recent Spider Island story where they introduced a new Scarlet Spider, but we still don't know who it is that's wearing that mask. Well, now they're saying in this extra large 40-page issue, you're going to find out who that is and what their motivations are. It's going to take place in Houston, which I can't say I recall a comic in recent history that takes place in Houston, Texas, but he gets in over his head with some corruption issues, and it's just, I'm not a huge Spider-Man fan generally, but reading over the preview of this, it looks really good, and I've enjoyed what Yost has done with his work on the mutants, the X-Men characters, and so I'm actually going to check this one out and give this one a chance. So it's an issue #1, great place to jump in. I suggest jump in with me and let's check it out together. All right, #3, Superboy #5. Now, this is not the first issue of this arc, but I've just really been enjoying Superboy. I just recently picked it up and read all 4 of the first issues. I love the look that they're giving this new Superboy, and he's been created by scientists initially to be a weapon. Well, it's coming close to where they have this planned attack on the Teen Titans. But of course, now we're going to start to see, did the morality part of Superman come into play when they made him? He's not had to face any of these sort of moral decisions yet. It's very much been just about, he was grown pretty much from a test tube and just built. And what does his moral compass look like? I mean, when you got super at the beginning of your name, you got to think. Superman points true north all the time. And so it's starting, it's been good so far, and it looks really great. And now this whole morality issue is starting to play in that they like to deal with Superman titles. And it's great read. Highly recommend it. Jump on in. Last recommendation this week, Whispers #1. Now, this is written and drawn by Josh Luna, of more famously the Luna Brothers. Now, this is about a mentally troubled man who suddenly gets the ability to sort of go into a ghost form, and he can then sort of control and influence people in some really sort of dark and kind of creepy ways. And this, to me, it harkens back to the last game that was made under the old White Wolf universe that was called Orpheus, where you were ghosts, and ghosts with these different powers. But it is such a moral dilemma. When you have the power to influence people in any way, it's such a huge moral dilemma. It's something that you can just so easily take advantage of. And that's the question is, how will this guy respond? Will this just make him spiral further out, or will it bring him up and out of these problematic, troubling things that he's going through? And it just looks really cool. Whispers #1 by Josh Luna. Absolutely go check it out. So it's my last recommendation for the week. Once again, as always, please support your local comic book shop. It's an industry that's really struggling and can use every dollar that you can spare on some great fiction and great art. All right, enough for comic books for the week. Finish off with Nerd TV. Now, most of you that watch this know I'm a huge fan of Skyrim. I very much enjoy playing it. And I play it on PC, and of course PC has the luxury of mods, and quite the mod community. Now, some mods are brilliant. They make the game look better. Things like Sky UI that give it a more PC-friendly UI. Or, there's a recent popular one is one that's a high-def world maps that include roads, which is helpful for getting around when you can't quick travel yet. Some are for cheating, like Lockpick Pro, which pretty much takes all the challenge out of picking locks, or the ability to alter the weights of your items. Some might just go as far as to alter potion weight, some just make everything light as a feather. And then some are just for kicks, like, making the women hotter, or taking away their clothing, or in this case, making all the dragons in the game look and sound like former professional wrestler and Slim Jim spokesman, the late, great Macho Man Randy Savage. Yeah, Really. Just, you know what? I'll just leave you with the video. There's nothing else I can say. We'll see you next time.
I'm gonna get ya! Yeah! Because I'm wild, yeah! Yeah! Macho madness, sky's the limit! Yeah! I'm gonna get you! Ooh, yeah! Nothing is gonna stop me! I'm gonna get you! Ooh, yeah! I haven't been beat up properly! Nothing is gonna stop me! You little excitement? Step into a Slim Jim! Yeah! Because I'm wild, yeah! 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 Excitement, step into a Slim Jim! Yeah!